Assalamu alaikum friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to share a few different recipes with you guys. This weekend I had a few guests come over and they just called that morning and said we're just going to come over and have lunch with you, and it was, I was so excited because I missed them so much and I was looking forward to them coming over for a long time, but it was sudden. I only had a few things in my house, limited, ingredients or groceries, on the spot when you have guests. I'm sure this has happened to everyone, before, but I just had limited things in the refrigerator in my house, didn't have time to make various trips to the grocery store, and I thought, hey, I'm going to make this the best lunch that they can ever remember. I'm going to use what I have in my house, and inshallah, with God's, help, I'm going to make this a really memorable lunch. That's exactly what I did, and I thought, hey, since so many of you guys are always asking me to share tips and tricks and, all kinds of stuff like that for parties and davets and get together, I thought I'll take you guys along with me, and I'll inshallah film this so you guys can see exactly what I did and how it turned out. And alhamdulillah, it turned out delicious. They loved it. They were praising the food and praying, and it was just so much fun, and I hope that you guys do enjoy this as well. As many of you guys know, and for my new subscribers that don't know, I am a caterer by profession. I cook food, I cater for parties, weddings, events, everything like that, and I love, love, love cooking. I'm so passionate about it. I love everything about prepping, cooking, organizing food, and everything that has to go with that. So this is why I have, this is why I have my love for cooking, and I'm gonna take you guys along with me today and share all this yummy, hot, piping food with you guys. And if you guys have any questions, let me know down below, and don't forget to subscribe and give me a big thumbs up. So the first thing I did was open my freezer and see what I had on hand. Alhamdulillah, I had some chicken, so I went ahead and took out 3 whole chickens, 2 for roasting, and 1 is the chicken that I'm going to go ahead and put in my rice. I'm going to make pulao. Then after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start off with my rice. I just went to my fridge, saw everything that I had, got a piece of paper, a pen, made a list out. Hey, okay, I'm going to make rice, I'm going to make chicken, I'm going to make some kebabs, I'm going to make chutneys, chaats, salads, everything to go on the side with that. And what I did was I skipped out the salans, rotis, all that. I thought, hey, it's a quick lunch. It'll be hot, tasty, delicious, and I'm not going to add that salad and all that to it, and we have all this other stuff. So that's exactly what I did. When you have a paper, you write everything down. It makes it a lot easier. So now what I'm doing is, the first thing I do before I do anything is I pre-soak my rice if I'm getting ready to cook it. So I have a measurement that I use, and these are the glasses that I use for typical get-togethers with my family or any guest or anything. But I measured it to let you guys know how much I'm cooking for a family of 8 to 10. Okay, so this is 2.5 cups each in each glass, so I'm making a total of 5 cups, guys. 2.5 and 2.5. And like I said, it will serve 8 to 10. We even had leftovers, and I'm using sela rice. And oops, I spilt some over there. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. And then I'm going to pre-soak this in hot water and let this just sit on the side. And in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get all the chicken washed, clean, cut. They're already washed and clean, but I'll just cut them up if I have to. And this was the chicken, 1 whole chicken that I'm going to put into 5 cups of rice. It's a big chicken. Then I'm going to put that to aside, put it in the fridge or cover it until I'm ready to make it, and I'm going to go ahead and marinate my chicken, because these are the things that tend to take more longer, and these are the things that you want to have marinated to have a little flavor, a little bit of, juices, and taste really, really good. So these are the spices I'm using. I'll have a list down below: red chili pepper, salt, turmeric, onion powder, a little bit of food coloring, crushed coriander, crushed garam masala, and I'm using a lot of it, zira, and some tandoori masala. And zira is cumin powder, or cumin seeds actually, and I'm going to go ahead and add that to some full fat yogurt and ginger and garlic paste. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some lemon juice, and at this time you can add some oil. You can add olive oil or regular oil. Give it all a nice mix just like this. And what I've also done, friends, is I went ahead and put some nice cuts in my chicken. This will let the chicken cook much more quicker, and it will be more juicier, and all the ingredients will go right down in the cuts to the core of the chicken, and that's what it'll give it a nice taste. So using your washed clean hands, you can just go ahead and rub it just like you would rub like a baby or something. It's, you know, so funny the way these chickens are, but just go ahead and just rub it all together. And then I'm gonna just let this sit for about 30 minutes, and I'm gonna put on my oven, let this marinate. See, when you have less time, you don't have that long to marinate, and it's unexpected guests, and inshallah a person just prays like, hey, I hope it turns out the best. I mean, if we knew they were coming, they'd be done the night before in the refrigerator, laying covered and ready to just stick in my oven. But I just let it sit for about 30 minutes, and then it was ready to go in a preheated oven to 450 degrees. I went ahead and just left it in the same the same pan that it's in, and I just sprayed the pan before I put the chickens in there with a non-stick spray, or then you guys can definitely use just some oil or butter at the bottom. So just marinate this all up, give it a nice mix from the front, back, everything. After that, what I'm going to do is, you guys can use twine, or you guys can just get aluminum foil. I used aluminum foil, and what I've done was I just went ahead and put the legs together, and I wrapped them up with the aluminum foil so they just stay together while baking, and it could still be in the form of a nice looking, or the shape of a chicken, because once it gets baked, and sometimes it gets really, like, you know, warm and heated and baked, the legs can just spread around, and it will, you know, not stick together and break off easily. So that's why I used foil to just wrap the legs together. After I was done with this, then all I did was sprinkle the top with a little bit of additional tandoori masala to give it that extra flavor, because while you bake the chicken, sometimes, or of course all the time, most of the seasonings are going to come out, or it's going to leave all the juices and then eventually end up drying towards the end, making it nice and juicy. But I just wanted it to have that extra bold flavor, since we didn't have much time to marinate or leave it to marinate. So after that, I just put some oil on top, placed it to the side for just a bit, and then it was ready to go in the oven. I did not waste no time at all. I put this to the side, and I went ahead and started preparing for my rice. Now what I did was just take out everything, put it in a bowl: onions, tomatoes, peppers, garlic. Ginger garlic is always, you know, laying in the refrigerator, so I don't have to worry about that. But I went ahead and started on the onions, just started slicing them real quick and real fast. I heated up my oil in a large pot, or a large pan. You can use something that you know that 5 cups of rice will cook nice and, you know, evenly in. You know, it won't get mushy. You never want to use a small or crowded pot to cook pulao. One of the secrets to getting the most yummiest long grain rice ever is to use a big pot, even if it's bigger than the amount that you think would fit in there, just so it won't get crowded up, guys. So I sliced up all my onions, and I'll fast forward this so you guys do not get bored. Then it was time to slice up the tomatoes, and I left the tomatoes into fat chunks because I wanted it to be visible in the rice. I didn't want it to just, you know, I didn't want the rice to have a real dull color, so I let them be pretty chunky. And then I sliced up the green chili peppers, put about a cup of cooking oil in my pan. Once it was heated through, I added in my onions. So I'm going to let my onions get nice and light golden brown. And once they start turning colors, I'm going to put in a little bit of cumin seeds and a few bay leaves. Once they get a nice light golden brown like this, I'm going to get a half cup of hot water, and I'm going to add that in. I'm going to mix it with the onions, because that's going to give a real nice flavor and a real nice taste. And then what I'm going to do after this is add a little bit of crushed coriander to it, and my ginger and garlic paste. And that's exactly what I did. Crushed coriander, ginger garlic paste. I'm going to give that a mix, and then I'm going to add in my tomatoes, green chilies, and I'm adding potatoes to this, guys, to give it that more fulfilling taste since we don't have salad or anything, and I thought it'd be a good combination since we're having chicken and rice and chicken on the side. So I'm going to just mix these ingredients together: ginger garlic paste, crushed coriander, chicken, onions, in the oil, and then in goes my other ingredients: tomatoes, green peppers, and potatoes. Now once I give this a mix and it cooks together for just about 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and add my salt. I'm going to add a teaspoon of turmeric, and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of red chili pepper, 1 teaspoon of garam masala. I'm going to mix all that up together, and it's going to look beautiful just like this. We're going to cook this for about 12 minutes, just like curry, how you would cook it. So the chicken cooks through, like we want it cooked through more than halfway done, halfway through. It's going to start releasing the oil. You're going to see it get all nice and red like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add the water. Now what I do, friends, is I add 1.5 cups for each cup of rice. So I've added all my water here in this large bowl, and I'm going to just go ahead and pour it all in together. And at this time, what I also did was preheat my oven. It was ready, and my chickens were ready to go in the oven. They were baking at this time. So I gave this a nice mix. I'm going to cover it with the lid. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to get the rice that I pre-soaked. I'm going to strain every bit of water out of it, and I'm going to add that right into the rice, mix it together, and cover that with the lid for about 5 to 6 minutes and let that cook. In the meantime, while that's cooking, I'm going to mix up a real quick and easy chaat. These are the ingredients that I'm using: chickpeas, cucumbers, onions, mint, cilantro, green chili pepper, a lemon. I am going to add a half of a tomato with some red onions at the end as well. So I just opened up my fridge. This is exactly what I had, and hey, this is exactly what I'm using. So just use or work with whatever you might have in the home. I'm going to add all the ingredients to the bowl. Just slice everything up really nice. And you can put anything that you prefer to do so in here. You can even add boiled potatoes, but I didn't since we're having it in the rice. So you can add a tablespoon of lemon juice if you don't have lime or lemon, and you can also add vinegar if you don't have any of those as well. Once everything's mixed up together and looks like this, then I'm going to go ahead and squeeze my lime. I'm going to squeeze the juice out of it. And then after that, what we'll do is we will add our yogurt and a little bit of cream. Once I add my yogurt and I add a little bit of sour cream, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add some salt, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of red pepper, a pinch of crushed garam masala, and I'm going to just go ahead and give this a nice mix. And then after all this is mixed together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of chaat masala. And I've added a little bit of red onion and tomato on top as well. And now I'm going to get my nice serving dish that I want to make this look really, really nice and presentable in. And I'm going to go ahead and place my chaat in there. Add a slice of lemon, add a little bit of chaat masala, and just have this ready to go in my refrigerator as soon as they come. It was that easy. And guys, don't forget, I have my rice cooking on the side. So my rice is cooking, and I'm going to go ahead and take care of this jar, put it straight in my refrigerator, and check up on the rice. Now once my rice cooked up for about 5 to 6 minutes, what I did was got a cloth and I just covered it, put it on very low flame, like gas mark 2 or 3, and I let it steam through and be on dum like this, and we have beautiful delicious pulao ready to serve. And my chicken is halfway through, guys. I put it in the oven. I let it cook for 60 minutes without turning it, without doing anything. I let it steam through on 450 degrees, and 15 minutes before it got done, I put it on around 350 to 375. So it cooked through really, really nice. You don't mostly have to do anything with that. That's why I chose to do that, because all you do is stick it in the oven and it bakes through. As soon as I knew I had my rice and my chicken under control, I had my son come help me set up the table. I got out all my serving dishes, my serving utensils. Even if I didn't use them all, I took them out, put them to the side just so I know exactly what I had. I just set up a quick, simple table, and the kids helped me. And then it was time to serve. My guests were here. My rice was done. My chicken was done. My chaat was done. I cut up a quick and easy salad. You guys can see how yummy and juicy the chickens looked. I went ahead also and made a little bit of kebabs on the side. I just got some keema, added some dry ingredients, and just pan fried or tawa fried a few kebabs on the tawa, and those were done as well. And what I decided to do, since we had limited space on the table, I thought, hey, you know, let's make this a little festive and let's put these right on top of the pulao. And that's exactly what I did. I went ahead and put the kebab pieces all around the pulao, and the rice turned out amazing. Everything turned out good. My guests loved it. And like I said, I cut up a quick salad, regular romaine and iceberg, topped it with a few carrots, red onions, cilantro, and avocado on top as well. So you guys can definitely just use what you have in the house, you know, and make it look nice, have it taste nice, put a lot of effort and a lot of love in it, and it will shine through from your cooking. You know, it will really come out in your cooking. Your guests will know that, you know, you did this from your heart and you're so passionate about it, and Allah's gonna make it come out the best, you know, with God's help. You know, my mom always taught me that when you have guests over, they come with Allah's rahmat to your house. They don't look at what you have in the house, but they look at what you did or what you go through to have that little time that they're there special, you know, and memorable. So if you just work with what you have in the house to make a meal with love and with appreciation for them, and even if it's the simplest dal roti or simple pulao or anything, and you make them feel welcomed. For once, it's a lot of swab and it's sunnah, and for the other thing, you know, it's just so much love through your cooking and what you do for that person, and you know, it makes just your time so much more memorable with them, and they're so appreciative and will do the same for you. So always just work with what you have in your home. When you have unexpected guests, just say Bismillah, and just Allah's going to help you with it. And I'm telling you guys all this because I get so many messages from all you lovely sisters on Instagram and my social media. Hey, what do I do when I have unexpected guests? Or how much do I cook? And how much is this? And all those kind of questions. So work with what you have in the home, put extra effort in there and make it special, make it with a happy feeling, and your food will be amazing. You don't have to go out of your way and spend hundreds and thousands at a grocery store to buy ingredients to make something for your guests or for somebody like on a weekend or just a simple get together. It's just normal, simple ingredients that you have in the home. It's the way that you make it. And now, as you guys can see here, we had a simple apple pie that was frozen in my freezer that I thawed, stuck in my oven, and by the time we were eating it, it took about an hour for that to bake. And I had whipped cream in the freezer as well that I thawed out, and I just baked those for the guests, and that's what they had for dessert. And it was so delicious, guys, that I can't tell you guys about it enough. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial on how to cook for unexpected guests with things that you guys might just have in your home. I hope that this was beneficial, and inshallah, if it has been, please keep me in your du'as, friends. If you guys have enjoyed this, do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up, and it'll really mean a lot to me. And let me know what you guys think down below. Share my videos with your friends and family, and let me know if you guys want me to share more. I mean, if you guys are going to tell me, that's how I'm going to know, right? So don't forget to let me know. And don't forget to share my videos with your friends and family. And much love to all of you guys. Take care, inshallah. Talk to you guys real soon. Allah Hafiz.